Hello everyone, I'm Rive the Witch, and today's video is a double book review. Today I will be reviewing Protection and Reversal Magic and Consorting with Spirits by Jason Miller. These books kind of go hand in hand, which is why I made this a double book review. The first book is Protection and Reversal Magic, a Witch's Defense Manual. The blurb reads as follows. You could be the target of a spell or curse and not even know it. All people, witches or not, are susceptible to these attacks. The difference, witches and magicians can do something about it, and now you can too. Protection and Reversal Magic is a complete how-to manual on preventing, defending, and reversing magical attacks of any kind. You will learn to set up early warning systems, appease angry spirits through offerings, perform daily banishings, and make amulets that will prevent most attacks. Make magical decoys to absorb attacks against you, summon guardian spirits or gods for help, bind, confuse, or expel a persistent enemy who will not leave you be. And these techniques aren't just for Wiccans either, but for ceremonial magicians, root doctors, witches, and anyone else who puts magic to a practical use. Like the cunning men and women of old, now you can defend yourself and your loved ones against even the strongest attacks. This is a book I don't recommend skimming through, as you might miss a lot of important information. There are many useful exercises to help you to maintain a strong defense system against a variety of magical and psychic attacks. However, they do require a lot of discipline and regularity, which may be difficult for people who struggle in that area. This book lists the various ways in which you could be attacked and contains a variety of protection methods for yourself and your home, as well as counterspells where necessary. A quote I particularly like, which is originally from Paul Huson's Mastering Witchcraft, but is quoted here, is, "The moment that you set foot upon the path of witchcraft, a call rings out in the unseen world announcing your arrival," to which Miller states that not everything that hears this call will have your best interests at heart. Which is absolutely true, and is why I recommend that one of the first areas that beginner witches practice in is protection magic. Not only will you have lower energies and spirits attacking you or lingering around you, but if you frequently post everything magical that you do on social media before it has even manifested, you may attract other people or witches who will block your spell from manifesting at all. They may even decide to attack you for absolutely no reason at all. Remember when some of Witch Talk decided that they were going to hex the Fae and the moon? Reasons like this are exactly why I recommend having multiple protections in place. That way, when one of them goes down after doing their job, the other ones are still up and running to keep you protected while you work on getting that one up and running again. There are some extra reading provided at the back of the book via sources, and I do recommend that with every book that you enjoy to do the further reading through the sources that they use. Overall, this is a really great book and ideal for beginners and more experienced witches. The next book is Consorting with Spirits, Your Guide to Working with Invisible Allies. The blurb reads, "Throughout history, humans have sought power and knowledge from spirits. Learning how to conjure, communicate with, and negotiate with these unseen powers is one of the keys to success in magic. Consorting with Spirits presents a detailed explanation of what spirits are, their different classifications, and how they exist in relation to the world we normally perceive. The reader will then learn a system of practices that will cultivate three main skills: the capacity to perceive spirits clearly, the ability to interact with them effectively, and the tools to deepen the relationships. It is this focus on deepening relationships and increasing clarity in communications that has been missing from much of the material about spirits. This book will teach you different ways of interacting with spirits, from offerings and invitations to forceful conjurations. With these tools in hand, you can work with your spirit allies to achieve any goal, from protection to wealth to vast knowledge. I really like this book as a starting point to spirit work, as it is short and more beginner friendly. Nothing bad on Miller himself, as he stated that he wished he could delve further into some of the topics, but naturally there are publishing limits, so he wasn't able to. But I do hope that he is able to publish more books on the various topics in the future. As such, this book contains more of the basics, but it is very useful. Throughout the book, he uses Christian, pagan, and Luciferian rituals, which is great to help you get a grasp on how things work. He walks you through the various common types of spirits that you can come into contact with, and some ways to communicate with them. Again, this book requires some discipline to get results, but the exercises are more relaxed, as they have more to do with perception and differentiating between what's your own thoughts and what is a spirit communicating. I recommend reading Protection and Reversal Magic before this one, so that if anything goes wrong, you know how to banish. You always make sure you know how to banish before you conjure anything or communicate with anything. A major recommended exercise from both of these books is regular meditation, which I do agree with. And my personal favourite recommendation from this book is to watch fewer horror movies, simply because they do shape your perception of what happens with spirit work, and it causes paranoia and fear. There are no sources at the back of this book, but they are referenced throughout the book, so keep that in mind if you want to read it. I do really like this book, and I recommend it for anyone who wishes to get started in spirit work. That was my review of Protection and Reversal Magic and Consorting with Spirits by Jason Miller. Please go check them out if they interest you, give them a read. I will provide links to where you can buy them in the description. And like I said before, I really like these books. And Jason Miller's style of writing, it's to the point. These are good books for more eclectic witchcraft, as there is a blend of styles, and he lists some ways to adapt the rituals and the exercises to your own craft. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you liked this video, please give it a like, and you can subscribe to this channel for future videos. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Blessed be.